Hello everyone, welcome to J-Hook Crochet. I'm Reggie and this is Yarniversity. Nice to see you all here. Thank you for joining me today. Hi Catherine, hi Doris. It's Granny Square Day. Okay, good to know. Happy Granny Square Day. As if, you know, Granny Squares actually need a day. What's that for? But all right. Happy Granny Square Day to you. Hi, Anita and Miko. Good to see both of you here. And hi, Lacey. Hi, Alice and Debbie and Cloudy Nook Crochet. Good morning to you. If you want to tell us your name so that I'll know what to call you, you can write it in the chat. That's okay. I'm fine with Miko too. And hi Judy, good to see everyone, good to see you all here. Please don't forget to hit the like button as you come in the door. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you want to join our special members only squad, circle, club, I don't know, our membership program, the little join button down below right next to the subscribe button. If you press on that, you will get a rundown of what it means to be a member of the channel, what it takes from you and what you get in return. And if you cannot see the little join button, there's also a direct link in the description box below that will take you to exactly the same place. Hi Jana, welcome in. Your name is Lori. I will try to remember that. It normally takes me about 2 lives to remember someone's name, but I will try. Lori. Hey, whoop to Miko as well. And hello to Alexandria and Karen. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Elaine, hello to Florida. Good to see you all here. Okay, so if you're new here, hi, I'm Reggie. This is Yarniversity. It is a live yarn or crochet related class that takes place every Sunday at the same time. As I just said, this is a live class, so this isn't really a live chat, but the first half an hour of the live class is usually the time where I talk about administrative things that have to do with the channel, or things that happened during the past week that are in some way relevant. And so if you are more interested in the actual subject of the class and you are watching us live, then you have about half an hour now to, you know, go get your drink, go in the toilet, get yourself settled down, get your whip and whatever. And if you're watching this on replay, then you can just fast forward half an hour to when the class begins. If you're not sure if you're with us live or on replay, all you gotta do is look at the top of the chat screen. If it says live chat or top chat, then you are with us live. And if it says live chat or top chat replay, it means you're watching on replay. We're no longer live. And so you can take active part in the class, but you can still watch it just like everyone else. Also, if you are with us live, I would suggest that you do change your chat to live chat so that you can see what everyone is saying, and not just what YouTube counts as top chat. I see Angela here. Hi, Angela. Welcome in, the Crazy Poppy Lady. Good to see you. You're watching the ads. Okay, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And hello to Dee. Welcome in. Good to see you too. You're lurking while working. It's always, you know, everyone who's lurking is welcome here. As I've said, this is a live class, so most of the time it's me talking anyway. So if you want to work on your whip while you listen, you're more than welcome. So, I was saying, hi Laura, welcome in. I was saying that I dedicate the first half an hour of each live class to different administrative things that have to do with the channel. So, things that happened over the past week. First of all, if you guys haven't yet seen the last 2 videos that came out this week about assigned pooling, which is like the new hot topic, and it's gonna continue running on the channel and on my channel as well as Catherine's channel, Kath's Eye Catcher. If you're not yet subscribed to her, go check her out. And I have put the link to the playlist with all the 3 videos that are already out in the description box below. Whenever a new video on the topic will come out, either on my channel or on Catherine's channel, it will be added into that playlist. So if you follow that playlist, you will be updated on all the different videos that come out on the subject. So if you're interested in assigned pooling or want to learn anything, everything you want to know about it, then that's the place for you. And it's nothing like planned pooling. So, you know, it's a whole new subject. Call you Poppy. All right, I'll call you Poppy. It's going to be an adjustment, but I'll try, Angela. Hi, Anvita. Welcome in. Good to see you. All right. So, more things that happened this week on the channel or, you know, on J-Hook Crochet. So, there's a new cardigan pattern which was released this week. If you guys haven't seen it yet, there it is. It is called the Stars Hollow Cardigan, and the wonderful Rochelle is modeling it here on the Etsy listing. She did a wonderful job on hers. And there's also examples from Rel, from the Dabbling Hook, and Pamela from Pamela's Adoring Crochet. And there are also pictures from Angela the Crazy Poppy Lady and Petra from Petra's Happy Place, and everyone who was a tester for this pattern and sent me a picture. And this pattern is already available on Etsy right now. Now, as you all know, as viewers of the channel, you get extra discount on the Etsy shop, and if you don't know what the discount code is, it is in the description box below this video, along with the link to the Etsy shop. You can use that code every time you shop on the Etsy shop. It's not just a one-time thing. So, and if you're a member of the channel, you have a special 20% discount, and using the special members only code, which if you don't know how to find, you can email me and I will explain to you where that code exactly is for you to find. So that pattern was released this week, and if you want to grab it from Etsy, you can, but you can also win it as a prize on, I think right now there are already 3 videos. So everyone who was a tester of that pattern and has a YouTube channel was giving an extra copy of the final pattern from me to give as a giveaway to one of their subscribers. And whoever already put out a video with their giveaway, I have posted their videos on our Facebook group. So if you're not yet a part of the Facebook group, come join us. Again, link in the description box below the video. And so you can either win it on one of their videos, or you can purchase it from the Etsy shop. Very good reviews on that pattern so far. A few people have already purchased it on the day that it was released, and several others have been messaging me and saying that they're really hoping to win it on one of the giveaways, but if not, that they are definitely planning on buying it. So I'm very, very happy that the response to that pattern was such a success. Hi, Mocha, welcome in. And hi to Stephanie from Life in Stitches. Yes, absolutely no connection to yes, yes. No counting with the sound pooling. It's nothing like planned pooling, exactly. Anyone new that I don't know if I missed anyone. Jana is saying she finished her Gotham shell last week. Yes, please do post pictures on the Facebook group. I would love to show it on next Yarniversity. Yes, so Poppy, Angela, is one of the people who, excuse me while I pour my wine. I totally forgot to do that before we started. Doris, look, I'm using your amazing little thingy. So, totally forgot to do that. How did that happen? Who knows? So let me just, you know, pour my wine here. Cheers, everyone. To those of you who normally ask, this week I'm actually drinking something very, very special. This is, as you can see, it says that it was 12 months in the barrel. This is a red wine from the Mosel. That is a region in Germany that is known for their very, very good wine. So, yeah. And so that is the cardigan pattern and the different giveaways running for it. Now I would like to give a very special shout out to people who I've showed you last week. I've showed you the new pattern that I've released last week, which was, or still is, the new Seattle beanie. Sorry, my hair is in there. Of course, I wore it. So this is the new Seattle beanie. That is a pattern that I released last week. Now, as I was saying last week, you can get this pattern currently on discount because it is a beanie, and all the beanie patterns on my Etsy shop are discounted this month because I would like to support Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. She is collecting beanies and scarves for Wings this month. So thank you to everyone who's already bought the pattern, and thank you to everyone who's already sent me a picture of them after they made the pattern. So I want to give a shout out to a few people. So first of all, let me show you. Wait, I need to make this a little small so that you will be able to see it. Oh, what happened here? This never works when I need it to work, right? It happens to me every single week. Okay, so here is the first picture. This was made by Katarina. She made the beanie for her daughter. I thought this picture was super cute. I don't know why, but I found it to be very, very cute. So thank you, Katarina, for making the beanie and for sending me the picture. And here is one made by Emily. So, and Emily put a faux fur pom-pom on hers. Faux fur pom-pom, faux fur pom-pom. Handmade faux fur pom-pom. So, yeah. Shout out to Emily and her beautiful beanie. I think she also used hand-dyed yarn like I did. And it looks very, very pretty. Wonderful job on there. And I have one more, and this one is Courtney. Look at Courtney. She looks wonderful and very, very happy in her new Seattle beanie, which again, I think it's I think it's some kind of hand-dyed yarn because it looks beautiful. I love it. I love the colors that she chose, and it looks wonderful on her. It goes wonderful with her colors, you know, her hair and her skin is beautiful. I love that picture. All right, I missed a lot of chatter. You guys are talking a lot today, huh? Stephanie saying she'll be showing her Asgard shawl on her live later today. Oh, wonderful. Stephanie, looking forward to seeing that. I'm not sure I will be there because, you know, normally when I get off here, it's already late at night where I am. But I might watch it on the replay. An empty wine glass. No. Yeah, I know. Terrible, right? Oh, the Toontown shawl. Okay, yeah. Oh, I would definitely want to see that. After you show it on your live, please don't forget to post a picture of it on the Facebook group or send me one so that I can show it on here also next week. All right, everyone's saying hello to everyone. And Catherine is saying she also started the beanie, but only have the brim so far. All right, well, I will be looking forward to seeing it when it's done. Right, look at the cheeks of a little baby. I know, I love that picture, right? Good. I'm happy you guys all love the beanies. Right, they all did an amazing job. Right. So yeah, I really wanted to give a shout out to everyone who already made the beanie in the past week. It made me very happy to see that, you know, the pattern was so well received. And last notice, or like administrative notice that I have for today, is that the members only live for August, it's going to be on the 21st of August at 6 p.m. Berlin time, which is my time, because you guys all know I live in Germany. If you want to know what time it is in your country, you'll have to press on the link to the live. It's already up on the channel, and it will tell you what time it is. Now, because it's a members only channel, members only live, only members can see the live. Only members can also see the post about the live. And the live will be open to members of all levels. So regardless of what your membership level is, you will be able to watch that live with us. So if you want to know what time it is in your time zone, what you have to do is you need to go to the channel, to the home page, home channel of J-Hook Crochet, and press on the community tab. And then scroll down on the community tab to find the post. I think I posted it either last week or the week before, the post about the members only live. There you will find the link to the live, and which when you press, you will see what time the live is in your time zone, as well as a list of the materials you will need for the project that we will be making together on the members only live this month, and everything else that you might need in order to make it. And what we will be making this month is slippers, and as you all know, the patterns that we make on the members only lives are patterns that I especially make for the members only lives, and they only become available to the rest of the world a while longer, so a few months later. So if you want to be with us on that members only live where we will be making the slippers, you have to be a member, but it doesn't really matter what level of membership. That live will be open to all level of memberships. Okay, so if you cannot find the link on the community tab, you can always go to the Facebook group where I posted the link as well. It's in the announcements. So again, go to the Facebook group, go to the announcements tab, and there you will find a link to the members only live, and you can see what time it is in your time zone. Doris is saying, Granny Square Day, a day to celebrate the humble but iconic and fabulous Granny Square, instantly recognizable as crochet. Okay, so for those of you who didn't know, today apparently is Granny Square Day. And Doris is saying, the world comes together to crochet granny squares and share pics on Instagram using the hashtag, resulting in the biggest virtual crochet blanket in the world. That is an interesting idea. I kind of wish I maybe knew about it before. Maybe I, would have. I would not have made a granny square specifically for that, but I would maybe have grabbed one that I already happened to snap a picture of it. But I like the idea. It's kind of cool. Kind of like, bringing people together. But once again, I don't think that granny squares need a specific day to be celebrated. Just like I think about any other, Women's Day. I don't think there's should be a specific day. I think we should celebrate women all the time. That's just me. Okay, so I am out of notices because normally this is the time where I would, welcome new members that joined us over the past few weeks, but we don't have new members since last week. So we have 10 minutes before the first half an hour of the live will be done. So I will just remind you all, if you haven't yet, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up for the video. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, the subscribe button down below. And if you're new here, whether you're lurking or you're with us in the chat, introduce yourself, say your name, where you're from, so we will get to know you. Because this is Yarniversity and we are a fun bunch and we like to know each other and talk to each other on first name basis. All right, Catherine, thank you. I think Catherine put the link to the members only live in the chat. So for those of you who were looking, not looking, there it is. Miko and Anita can't stay too long today. They need to go paint the bathroom. And you must go investigate. Okay, that's fine, Miko. Whenever you're here, I'm happy. Whenever you're not, you can always watch the replay. Plus, today's subject, whatever we're going to talk about today, is already on the blog. So the link to the blog post is already in the description box below. And if at any time you have to either leave early or you come in late or you're just tired of hearing me talking about it and you want to read all about it by yourself without my voice in the background, you can just press that link, go to the blog post, and, you know, watch it. Read it, sorry. Not watch it. Hi, Lori, you're lurking. Wonderful. Good to have you here. Yeah, so I guess we are ready to start today's class. Who's excited? We're gonna talk about yarn and fiber art today. Now, we did one Yarniversity a few months ago when we spoke about crochet art, and I introduced you guys to different artists, you know, real life big artists, the ones who show in exhibitions and museums and galleries and so on, who create their art in crochet. And today we are going to talk about those big artists who do the same, but with yarn and fiber in general, and not just crochet specifically. Debbie saying, Reggie, thanks for listing everyone's correct time for the members meeting. I try. My conversion, abilities are not that good in general, but yeah, when I can, I try. Hello, Jeannie. You're a newbie and you're lurking. Welcome in. Good to see you here. And hi to Cindy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yes, Lori, you said that before. I'm trying to remember it. I'm trying. And so we have Lori. So we have Lori and Laurie, right? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so today we are talking about artists, you know, world-renowned, world-class artists who create their art using yarn and fiber. And, you know, for most of us, those are just things we use for crochet or knitting. Some of us might be spinners and some of us might be yarn dyers, but, you know, mostly we use yarn in our either crochet or knit, or we might even do some weaving or embroidery. But as I've said, there are some people out there who take this to what we call the next level and create actual big, extravagant, world-class art with it. And they make astonishing installations and present them in galleries and museums and open exhibitions around the world. And things, you know, most of us that can't even imagine are possible or can't even dream, and they bring it to life. So today we're gonna talk about some of them. Now, of course, there are so many of them and you cannot name all of them. I tried to choose a few that I thought would be interesting and also different from one another. I didn't want to show more of the same thing. So I chose a few that the specific fiber art or the way that they use fiber or yarn was interesting, as well as their art itself I thought was interesting or had something interesting to talk about. And I don't want anyone like it. I know there are more. Okay. The reason I chose the one I chose is because I thought it would be, you know, I cannot talk about more than a few every time, and I thought they would be the most interesting ones to talk about today. Hi, Francie, welcome in. Good to see you. Lori said she went to her state fair last week and saw amazing fiber art. The youth, ages 6 to 15, was actually the best stuff. Young artists have no inhibitions. Wow, that is really interesting, Lori. Did you take some pictures? Maybe you can post them on our Facebook group. I would love to see. Okay, so are you ready? Are you guys ready to get to know some artists who use yarn and fiber in their creations? Please, if you haven't yet, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you were here last week and still didn't go to last week's video to comment down below and answer the question that I asked, and in order to enter into last week's giveaway, you have until the end of today's Yarniversity to do so, because at the end of today's Yarniversity, we will choose the winner from last week. So this is a friendly reminder to all of you who watched last week's Yarniversity and didn't go back to the video to comment. Now is your chance to do that. Hi, Mare. Good to see you here. All right. So, are you guys ready? Give me like, the thumbs up or yay or shoot out. Like I can like imagine you guys in my head, but not everyone is as excited as me. So I'm just gonna like sip my wine. Imagine you guys are like sitting there waving, saying, yay, let's see some art. And then we'll begin. You did take pictures, but not of the best stuff. Oh no, phone died. Oh shoot. But show us maybe the not best stuff too. That's also interesting. All right. So we're gonna start, and we're going to start with an art. Okay, once again, before I start, a disclaimer. I have done my research, and you guys know, those of you who are not new here, those of you who are new here, you will learn. But those of you who are not new here, you guys know when I do my research, I do my research, okay? So I have done my research, and I've done my best to find out how to pronounce the names of the artists correctly. So everything, I did go into their personal websites, articles they wrote about them, different exhibitions. I went into museum websites and everything to research the artists themselves. But there's no like a website that tells you how to pronounce people's names. So you have to like really go deep and find maybe like a recorded interview or like a recorded piece when someone was talking about the artist to find out what they are called, but not with couldn't find one with each and every artist. So if I am pronouncing their names wrong, I'm sorry in advance, and I hope you guys will forgive me. All right, everyone's ready. Hi, Kim, welcome in. Good, so let us begin. Hi, Auntie Vernon, welcome in. And we start with Vanessa Vanessa Barragão, or I believe that's how it's pronounced. And she is a Portuguese fiber artist who was born on the seaside in a place called Albufeira. And growing up next to the ocean, her vision and passion were heavily inspired by it. And I would like to talk about her while having one of her works already showing in the background. So let me real quick just get the first picture up. All right, Vanessa. Okay. Right, so there she is. You can see her working on a piece. And as I've said, she was inspired by the area where she grew up. She studied fashion design for 6 years, in a period she described as a very important stage in her artistic development. She became more conscious about consumption, sustainability, and being more eco-friendly in her daily routine as well as her art projects. Her textile art studio is focused on handmade and ancestral techniques, using wastes to create artwork showing the importance of preserving handmade processes as well as upcycling and recycling to fight against the destruction and pollution of our planet. Now, again, those of you who have been following my channel for a while can probably already understand why I chose to talk to you about this specific artist. You know how much I love when our crochet or fiber art meets the concept of, saving the earth, using biodegradable materials, recycling, upcycling. That is my niche, and she totally talks to me on that level. And all the materials she uses, they come from wastes, leftovers, and dead stock of the Portuguese textile industry. And all the yarns are submitted to a cleaning and selection processes before they are being used. So she's not just picking up stuff from the trash. Her creations and installations range everywhere from small wall decorations for your home, which you can purchase on her shop, and anywhere up to size of a house wall. Some of them you can view in different galleries and museums, and some can be found in homes where, simple people like us who bought it and display it on their walls. So I thought that was a very fun fact. She has actually presented some of her works in public spaces such as Heathrow International Terminal, and then someone just has it over their sofa. I thought that's a very interesting fact about her. So let's see if you guys were talking while I was talking. Hi Kim, welcome in. Right, so Kim is saying that is different. Jana is saying she was expecting more blue for the ocean. Don't worry, it's coming up. Lacey is saying that is so interesting. You love her inspiration too. Looks like a scrap yarn muppet, says Mocha. Reminds me of the colors of Massachusetts Beach, says Kim. I just wish it was more pleasing to the eye, says Mare. And Bree's Little Yarn Corner, hello, welcome in. And Crafty Crochet and Bible with, oh, Angela, hi, good afternoon to you, Angela. All right, so let me show you some more. You guys were saying that you were expecting more blues. So here is actually a work of hers, which you may have seen this picture because I remember when she made this, this went viral. So this specific picture, this is the world, the map, the globe, and it is all created in crochet. Yes, isn't that amazing? There are, of course, some parts of it that are either woven or like the desert in Africa. Some of them are just fringe, but the majority of it is crocheted. And I love how she represented the places of the earth where are more deserts and the places that are more covered with greenery, and she has like some of the highest mountains and so on, and I really love that. So this is a work of art. I don't think that anyone can dispute that. Lori says it reminded her of Afghan dogs. I believe you're for maybe referring to the previous one. And Catherine says she likes it a lot, and everyone's wowing. That map is beautiful. Yeah, that is indeed very cool. I agree. You want to rub that one, Lacey? Yeah, I do believe that this is the kind of work that you will, like, you want to feel it. If it's kind of like a sensory blanket, right? Really get a sense of movement and currents in the water. Yes, I agree. I get that too. Topographically done. Yes, exactly. You guys all love the map. I'm very happy you guys love that. Yeah, I thought that was a stunning work by her, and I think it's actually one of her most famous pieces. By the way, most of the artists that I'm going to talk about today, they are all on Instagram. They each have their own website, and some of them, like I said before, she sells her work. So some of them also have an online shop. So like if you're interested in following any of them, all you gotta do is go to the blog post, you know, copy the name of the artist, put it in Instagram or put it on Google, and you will find their homepage and their Instagram or whatever. She specifically is very interesting to follow on Instagram because she posts her whips, her works in progress, things that she is currently working on, and you can really see on her Instagram feed the process of how she made this piece. So continent by continent, they were all made separately and then put together on one big canvas to create that map, and it's amazing to see the creation of this. Europe was hard to do. You like the organic shapes she used. Yes, and I love that she put those like flowers up there in Europe. I thought it was really interesting. Let me show you one more of hers. Another one that I thought was really, really interesting. So not that you think that she only presents her work in a museum or international terminals. She also presents it outside, apparently. This is the size of a bridge. So this is the side of an old bridge. And as you can see, she is standing underneath there. So you can see how big this creation is. This is the wonderful, you know, scale. When she is standing there, you can really see how ginormous those flowers that she made to cover up the bridge are. I thought it was stunning. Just wonderful work. So yeah, it's again, those are all made out of yarn and fiber. When I once again follow her on Instagram, she has pictures of the process of making this as well. You can see up close some of the flowers, and the leaves are, some of them are woven, some of them are felted. It's amazing what it looks when you look at it up close. So those pictures, when you see it up on the bridge, they are very impressive. It looks amazing. It's like an enormous creation on the side of a bridge, and it's beautiful. It makes the bridge beautiful, of course. But it's even, for us as I think fiber artists, it's even more interesting to actually see the process of that being made and the different methods that she uses in her work. So yeah, definitely, you know, check it out. Let's see what you guys are saying about the bridge. Oh my god, my chat just jumped. All right, the bridge looks very pretty now, says Laura. And yes, it is a big project, Debbie. I agree. Wait, my backup chat was stuck. I had to reactivate it. All right. Right? The hours she puts into it, it's amazing. I also cannot begin to imagine the work that she puts into that. All right, Miko and Anita, have fun painting, and yeah, see you on the replay. Looks like a lot of fun, says Lacey. Yeah, I bet working on that kind of project takes ages, but when you look at it done, there must be great feel of, you know, satisfaction when you see like your finished work. You know, imagine when you finish a project that you work on for a long time and then make that the size of a bridge. All right, so what do you think of Vanessa? Isn't she amazing? I personally definitely think she is. Once again, you know, follow her, check out her website. She also has a shop. She doesn't always have things on her shop because, of course, her creations take a long time to create. But whenever she has like small things that she put on there, of course, they sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars because she's an artist. But, you know, if you ever feel like owning a piece of art of hers, that's the place to look. All right, so shall we move on to the next artist? Tell me what you think, you know. How does he feel? Yes, very talented, says Cindy. I do agree. I do think she is. All right, so moving on to the next one. How many of you, hello, Elaine? Good to see you. Welcome in. How many of you do or have done or were interested in macrame? I personally I've never done macrame, but I see different like macrame creations that different people make, and it always looked like very complicated and hard to do. Although everyone I talk to always say, no, it's just some knots. You just need to learn the language, and you know there are patterns just as they are for crochet, and if you know what every knot is, then it's no problem. But I don't know, when I see finished macrame projects, I always have like a lot of appreciation for the people who do them. Laurie's saying I did it when I was a teenager, Laurie, and Cindy is saying she macrames. So, Kathleen is saying she did it also when she was a kid, and Debbie likes it but never done it herself. Well, for those of you who like it and are interested in it, the next artist might be of interest to you. Judy says she did a fair bit of macrame back in the early 80s, and Anvita loves to see macrame and want to learn it. Mocha does macrame, was one of the first crafts she learned as a kid. And Auntie Vernon says, I tried about 40-something years ago at summer camp and never since. Lacey thinks macrame is beautiful and want to try it one day too. And Jeannie says, you did a lot of macrame as a teen and do it occasionally. All right, so let me show you an artist who more than just dabbles in macrame, okay? Her name is Agnes Hansella, and she is an Indonesian fiber artist. She's working in Jakarta and Bali. In Indonesia, of course. She is a self-taught macrame artist, but she wasn't always a fiber artist. In fact, she studied audio engineering in Vancouver, Canada, and got a bachelor's degree in Jakarta's Institute of Art, majoring in sound for film. What does that have to do with macrame? No idea, and apparently she also has no idea. It was only after she did all that she started to show interest in the world of fiber arts and completely shifted her focus. Considering the fact that she's only started doing macrame in 2017, that's really not that long ago, her race to fame was very quick. The pieces that have granted her the world's attention on social media, which is these days pretty much the fastest way to be famous, you know, get your name out there on social media. And what earned her that attention on social media was a large macrame installation at Loka Beach House, which is an open-air structure in Bali. Currently, you know, after she very quickly rose to fame and become very, very popular, she is focusing her career as an artist. And she said she would like to see how far she can go with it, and she really wants to explore how extravagant are the things that she can make with her hands. So here I will show you that exact piece that that won her the world's attention. So check this out. This is just one of the pictures. She has made several different macrame installations on that location. That is one of them, which depicts the sunset. And this is one side of the structure. On a different side of the structure, she actually made a whole wall of macrame. It is amazing. Once again, if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see all the pictures. But I saw this picture and I thought, wow. Right? Oh, macrame. There are some basic tutorials on the Crochet Crowd. I want to try it soon, says Kim. It is not that hard to follow the instructions and diagrams, says Judy. No, I'm sure it's not. Debbie saying, oh my gosh, amazing. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. Don't worry. That's okay. Kim saying she has seen that before. So I told you guys, she went viral when these pictures came out the first time. They were everywhere. I mean, everyone who was a fiber artist probably saw them because it went like crazy on all, you know, all the different websites, all the bloggers, and everyone was showing them. But as I've said, she's a macrame artist, so she's not like a one-trick pony. She does a lot of different things, and I'll show you a few more of her creations. You've seen this before. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that you've all seen it before. She's she really did, like, hers. Once this came out, these pictures were everywhere. You have a few vintage macrame pattern books that you eventually want to try. And Mary saying, wow, hours to accomplish that, plus a very tall ladder, says Debbie. Yes, definitely. And there is a lot of math in this design, definitely. Imagining how she made it. Those ropes are pretty big. Yes, they are. Kelly says she learned macrame in high school art class, but sure can't remember how to do it today. So let me show you. As I've said, this is the piece that won her, you know, her fame. But as I was saying, she's an artist, and just like the other ones, she also has her own studio. She sells her stuff, and she also shows in, you know, galleries and museums, and not just like outside big one-time installations. Or this is what they call a location-specific installation. So she also has like smaller installations, and here she is. So that's her, and you can see her macrame work behind her. Let me make it a little smaller for you guys. So yeah, you know, different from what we just saw, a smaller scale. But this is, you know, to see her style, you or to understand her style, you cannot just see one creation from her, or the one that was the famous one. We all know that every artist, even the greatest, have the big pieces that everyone recognizes, and also all the other pieces, because not everything you make is a ginormous, you know, it explodes all over the internet, right? So here are some of the other or smaller creations that she made. I kind of liked that like fade rainbow effect, like kind of wavy thing that's going on behind her. Catherine is saying she wants that on her wall. And Debbie loves the orange one. I actually like them both. I think this will look amazing like over your couch or over your bed. It's like very, very nice. Yes, colors, right? I think she makes beautiful things. But yeah, it's interesting to see that just like the other, the previous artist that we were talking about, she can make huge installations that go on the side of the building, as well as smaller ones, you know, showing her personal style that she can sell and someone can hang on the wall in their house, which I think is very pretty. Jana loves the colors. Hi, Christy. Welcome in. Good evening to you. All right, if you're just joining us late, we are talking about artists who are creating their art using yarn and fiber. We are currently at the second artist for today, and her name is Agnes Hansella. She is a Indonesian fiber artist who does macrame. And if you came in late, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. Let me show you one more. So as I've said, I want to show you like a range of different things that she does. So she also makes macrame decorative home decor. And here is, for example, a room separator. How do you call that? Thingy. Which again is very, very cool. I think like if you put that with a nice green plant like you sort of see on this picture next to it, it's very, you know, chic. Chic is the word I was looking for, right? What do you guys think? So this is Agnes Hansella, or Hansella. And once again, you know, check her out, follow her on Instagram, and she does sell her work, so you know, worth taking a look. Privacy screen, yeah, screen, exactly. Doris says she likes the texture. Debbie says she's very talented. Not if you own a cat. Yes, Doris. No, cats will, you know, go all ninja on that. The white will match many different home decor, says Laura. And Mocha says she'd buy it. And Laurie says she likes the texture of the piece. So I'm glad you guys all like it. I think she's very talented, and yeah, I'm kind of happy that, you know, she did that diversion in her interest to fiber arts and didn't continue with making sound for film. A bit too classic for your taste, Catherine. Yes, I do appreciate her detailed work as well. I think she definitely, you know, still has what to say, and considering the fact that, as we said, she literally just learned to macrame in 2017, I think she can still go a very long way. Look, my mom climbed to the top. Yes, that classic cat move. All right, so we will be moving on to our next one. Lori says, this is macrame, is all impressive and not trying to take away, but it's the type of thing I bet I could make that, but never would. Oh, I know that. You know how many times I like run across things in like the store and I say, oh, that's really nice, but I bet I can make that. And then, you know, I never make that. I wouldn't buy it because I feel like, oh, I can make that. Why should I buy it? And then I'll never make it. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Okay, moving on to the next one. And okay, so here we are going to run across someone who's, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. It's either Bisa or Bisa Butler. She is an American fiber artist, and she's known for her vibrant quilted portraits. Yes, she quilts portraits, and her quilted portraits celebrate Black life from everyday people to notable historical figures. And while completing her master's degree in art education from Montclair State University, she took a fiber art class that inspired her and inspired her choice of quilting as an artistic medium. She's actually an art teacher, or she was an art teacher for a very long time. And her quilts both heavily incorporate African textiles as well as expand on a rich African American quilting tradition. So before I talk any further about her, I just have to show you a picture. Let me just open the picture so that we all know what we're talking about. All right. So guys, this is quilted. She quilted this portrait. Okay? Just so we're all on the same page. How amazing her work is. Yeah. So she says, in my work, I am telling the story, the African American side of this American life. Her goal is that the people who view her work feel the value and equality of all people. She does so by presenting all of her figures with the richness and dignity they deserve, whether they are from a humble background or the upper classes. So, as I've said, she quilts portraits depicting actual people, and no matter who the person is, she wants them all to appear as equals on her portraits, which I think is a wonderful thing. She quilts portraits. She quilts her portraits using vibrant, intense layer of colors to engage viewers with topics such as family, community, and migration. She started by depicting her own family, and then she expanded to her larger community. Her works are included in art collections and numerous museums and galleries, such as the Art Institute of Chicago, Orlando Museum of Art, the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and many, many more. And actually, in 2019, she was a finalist for the Museum of Arts and Design Burke Prize. And in 2020, a portrait she made was featured as a cover for Time magazine's special issue honoring the 100 Women of the Year. So I think she definitely, earned her spot on today's Yarniversity. Lori says a quilted portrait won Best in Show at the fair she was just at. Right, everyone's loving that. Love the color, says Kim. Wow, the faces are so realistic. Yes, Lori says it's beautiful. She wants it. Doris says she quilts. This is absolutely amazing work. And Kelly says that is very beautiful and very intricate. I agree. The faces are amazing. I agree too. It looks like a painting. Yes. The clothes and shoes look like expensive designer clothes on the portrait. Right? I really like that. She, like I said, everyone appears equal on her portraits, even if they're just everyday people. Love the vintage style of the cuts of the outfits, with a very modern and artistic fiber, says Lori. Cindy says, wow. And Francie says, can you enlarge the picture for a close-up? Yes, I will in a second. Amazing. Is it long arm, entirely hand quilting? Yes, it is. Wait. All right. So you guys wanted close-up. I don't know how much it helps because, my you're seeing what you're seeing on the screen is actually the screenshot of my computer screen. So it doesn't help if I zoom in on the picture very much. What you see is still the picture through my computer. But I hope this helped. However, I have, like I said, I have more. So with your permission, I will show you some other works of her. I hope that close-up helped you with watching the details. Hi, Vera. Welcome in. All right. So first of all, this is her. This is from a online magazine. Zoot Suit, it's called. Oh, good to know. Where can I buy it, says Christy. Like I said, you can go to the blog post. The link is in the description box below. Just Google the name of the artist and you will be able to find their personal websites and shops if they have any. So here she is with one of her portraits, and this is an actual, show that she made. So much detail, says Debbie. Hi, Ursula. Welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah. So that's another one. That's from, like I said, from one of her shows. And let me show you some more. All right. I thought that one was amazing. What do you guys think? You can, okay, so in this specific picture, you can really see some of the stitches in the quilted portrait. So for those of you who quilt, you will probably be able to recognize that. You can really see it in the background and a little bit in the face, where the prints are not that busy that you can't really see the stitches. But I think that's gorgeous, gorgeous work. And as you've seen before, the size, I showed you the picture of her standing with the portraits hanging on the wall, so you can imagine the size of that that thing. It's like a whole, like it's a big wall. So a lot of work, a lot of details into that. Debbie saying that is truly amazing, and Poppy is saying, wow, he is amazing. And Ursula, I'm very happy to hear that you are feeling better, and good that you are with us today. Francie saying, I love this, so much work. Yes, I think, I mean, we can, even though I don't quilt, I can definitely appreciate that. And I'm sure that those of you who do quilt can probably appreciate it even more. I think this one's gorgeous. I find myself wishing I could talk to the people in the portrait. That is amazing, Lori, right? It just shows you how her art is really doing what she wants it to do, because like we said, she wants the person looking at her art to be able to sort of like look the people in the portrait in the eyes, like talk to them on the same level. Her whole idea is equality, right? We are all created equal. We are all human beings. So so the fact that you're saying that, it just says how good she does it. Yes, she can truly paint with fabric. The scale is huge. I agree. Let me show you one more, which I thought was worth showing. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Once again here, you can really see some of the stitches, and in that specific one, you can actually see where she embroidered her name, her signature into the picture. If you can see it there in the back on that, I'm not sure, is that an orange or pomegranate? I'm not sure what it is, but if you look at the orange part there, there's actually like her signature in her stitch signature in the fabric, which I thought was really nice. Yes, Mary says it has its own personality. Kelly says it's amazing. She's one talented lady. How can she make the nose, eye, and ears? So incredibly talented. I agree. Hi, Jamie. Welcome in. Good to see you here. Right. So, amazing work, really. I am a huge fan. Like I said, even though I'm not a quilter, I totally see the amazing work that she puts into her work, and she totally hits the mark with what she's trying to do. Kelly says she likes that one. She looks like my granddaughter. Isn't that amazing that you can really like the faces that she makes, just the fact that she, like, thinking that she made that using fabric, and they have a very realistic feel to them, like you really are looking at someone's face and not a drawing or a picture of someone's face. Yes, they are all beautiful. I agree. That is quilted. Yes, Jamie, we are talking about artists who use yarn or fiber or fabric in that case in their art. And she is an artist who quilts portraits. She does quilted portraits, and I think she is incredible. And we should all, once again, follow her, support her work. She's amazing. All right, so I think from your comments you all liked that one, and I'm very, very happy because I like that one too. I thought that she is definitely, even though she doesn't use yarn, I thought that she's definitely earned her spot on today's list. Right, so moving on to the next artist I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, before I'm gonna move on to talk about the next artist, there are two things I want to do. First of all, if you came in late, hi, I'm Reggie, this is Yarniversity. If you're new here, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, the little red subscribe button down below. If you want to join the membership program, join button down below, and it will take you to the rundown of what it means to be a member. And if you are a member, our members only live this month will be on the 21st of August. And if you'll press the link, that's on the community post, you will be able to see what time it is in your time zone. And this month's members only live will be open to members of all different levels. So it doesn't matter what level you're at, you will be able to attend the live and work on the project with us. Francie says she uses enlarged pictures and draws all the pieces and cuts them out, the puzzle pieces, then cuts out the fabric pieces and so on. That is very good information. It doesn't, I again appreciate that it is a lot of work, but since I can, so for the life of me, then for me, it's still, it feels like it's a lot of detail work. Yes, her name was Bisa or Bisa Butler, which I'm sorry, but if anyone can tell me how to pronounce that correctly, I would. All right. Ooh, that was the first thing I wanted to tell you. The second thing I wanted to tell you is about today's giveaway. So, here is how it works if you're new here. Every week on Yarniversity, we have a giveaway. The way it works is after Yarniversity is over, after the live stream is over, you come back to the video. So you come back to the same video, this live stream, when it goes into replay, and you leave a comment down below. While we are live, you cannot leave a comment down below because everything you write goes into the chat. So what you have to do is wait until the live is over, come back to the same video and put your answer in the comments. And then next week on Yarniversity, I choose a winner out of the comments and they win. And for today's video, I would like you, when you come back to the video, to comment down below. I would like you to tell me which one of the artists was the one who spoke to you the most and why. Okay, so which one of the artists I was talking about today was the one that personally spoke to you the most and why. Bisa is the pronunciation, says Ursula. All right, thanks. I bet she uses a MasterCard, says Alice. Hi, Bev. Nice to see you. Yeah, so this week's prize, like I said, come back to the video once it goes into replay, comment down below, tell me which one of the artists spoke to you or was your favorite and why. And next week we will choose a winner and that winner will win these 2 sock yarn skeins. They are from Hobby, as you can see, but they are Hobby family yarn, which means that only if you are a Hobby website member and you gain points with every purchase that you make and you have enough points, then you can get this yarn. So it's not a yarn that's actually available on the website to to purchase. So I thought for those of you who either can't get Hobby in your country or don't have enough points or just not ordering from Hobby, that would be a cool idea. Each of them is 50 grams and 210 meters. So there's 420 meters in total of a fingering weight, sock weight yarn. And they are the same colorway, even though, I mean, they might look different because of the way the yarn is, spun, like the colors are in a different order maybe, but it is the same colorway. It's color number 3, and they are 75% virgin wool and 25% polyamide, as you can see. So they are called Happy Socks. And to go along with them, because they are Happy Socks yarn, you will also be able to choose one of my sock patterns of your choice, whichever you want. All of my sock patterns, all of my crochet sock patterns can be found on my Etsy shop, and you will be able to choose one and get it for free. So you will get the yarn and the pattern, and that is your prize. But that's not all. You will also get 2 stitch markers by the Crafty Cat Knitty Bits. That's the name of that creator, that maker, and you can see the website down there if you're interested. And these are 2 handmade stitch markers, which if you will be making the pattern that you get with the yarn that you'll get, you will be needing 2 stitch markers. So you actually essentially are getting a whole project. Yes, posh sock yarn, right? So all you gotta do in order to win that is come back to the video once it goes back into replay, comment down below and let me know which one of today's artists spoke to you or was your favorite and why. All right, so we will move on to the next artist. Is everyone ready? Tell me in the chat. Are you still with me? Are you still listening? Did you fall asleep? Did you go make yourself coffee? I don't know. Ursula is saying she loves the stitch markers. Yeah, they are very nice and very sparkly, I must say. They are really, really cute. And they are lever back, so I think those are the perfect ones for crochet in general. The ones that have a... Yeah. All right. So I'm going to pull out the picture for the next artist before I start talking about her. Okay, now this next artist, maybe you ran across her work sometime in the past few weeks because coincidentally, still here, lovely giveaway. Thank you, sis Dory. Okay. So coincidentally, and that happens to me sometimes because, hi Katrina's Crochet World, welcome in. Good to see you here. Still here working on a Granny Square project. Wonderful for Granny Square Day, Lori. Yeah, so the artist that I'm going to talk about next, that happens to me sometimes when I do this Yarniversity, where we talk about either artists or, you know, the crochet designers or fashion designers and so on. Then, you know, I look for the ones that are the most interesting or the ones that have something different to show. And sometimes it happens that one of those that I talk about while I research for Yarniversity, because you know that I work on these Yarniversities for weeks before they actually become, you know, a Yarniversity episode live on the channel. So while I do the research, sometimes it happens that something big happens with one of those either designers or artists or fashion designers, and they go like they're all over the news or they're all over the internet, or something they do goes viral and there's a lot of articles around them at once. So coincidentally, the next artist that I'm going to talk about actually had one of those articles at, you know, Colossal, you know, those those blogs that pop up even like on Facebook everywhere. Someone did something, it goes viral, so they have to like review it. So coincidentally, I think it was just last week, there was an article about her all over the internet. So I'm going to talk about her because she was in my plan anyway. But some of you may have already seen her work just this past few weeks. So she is Carol Milne, and she is sort of an oddball on today's list. She's not exactly a fiber artist in the sense that she does not work with fiber, but she's rather an artist whose work connects to the world of fiber arts. She is actually a sculptor, and she works primarily with glass. And here is where it gets interesting. Carol is the lone pioneer in the field of knitting glass, pushing the limits of her material through persistent and relentless experimentation, determined to combine her passion for knitting with her love for cast glass sculpture. She developed a variation of the lost wax casting process to cast on knitting work in glass. Okay, so I thought that is amazing. I gotta show you. Here's the picture. That's glass. Isn't that incredible? She is knitting glass. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale, you know, like spinning straw into gold, right? Who would have even thought it can be possible? Well, she did. And it is amazing and it's beautiful, and oh boy, you guys, like, whew, wow. Some of her work actually depicts the act of knitting, like what you see in the picture right now, sort of like a salute to work in progress, right? These cast glass sculptures of knitting artwork, or knitted artwork with knitting needles in place, celebrates the act of creation as if it was a finished piece. So this is like a finished sculpture depicting an unfinished knitting project, which I thought was amazing. Other sculptures of her are simply works of art which were created with glass that she knitted. So she knitted with glass the sculpture. Yeah, it's amazing, right? Yes, right? Finished items knitted out of glass instead of yarn. I think it's unbelievable. And she actually has socks, bowls, baskets, and even some figures all knitted out of glass. Right? Yeah, unbelievable, I think. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh my, Jessica would love to work with glass for the longest time. Yes, right? Knitting glass. I saw Angela, yeah, is saying she saw the pictures. And Kim saying she thinks it's stunning. And Ursula also thinks it's stunning. Dory says she's a retired staining glass artist. She loves her work. Amazing. What? How? Says Debbie. Right? How? Right? It's awesome. Oh, I believe I've seen this image before. Yeah, I told you guys she like something. She like blew up on Colossal a few weeks ago, which was really funny because I was just researching her at the time. Lacey says, oh my, what? How interesting. I really want to feel that art piece, right? I really want to like, what does it feel? It feels like glass, but it looks like rubber. That is so difficult to do, says Doris. Wow, that is awesome. If you drop a stitch in that project, it stays dropped, says Mocha. I live near the Coring Glass Museum in New York. I wonder if her work is on display there. That is a good question. She should have some knitted glass slippers. She does, actually. I will show you in a second. It took a glass blowing class. I'm blown away by this, says Mocha. Lacey says, meanwhile, I can't even knit with yarn and needles without holding one of the needles with my boobs. How in the magical world of wizardry does this occur? That is a good question. I think she's a real magician. Dory says she is featured in the Corning Glass Museum. Oh, good to know. I read how she did it. She actually knits with wax. Yes, she does. She does something incredible, really. Like, again, go to her website. All the info for someone who actually wants to like learn about the process. Everything is there. Here's another one. And let me make this one smaller just so that you see. There's actually like a little yarn ball in the corner. Do you see that? It's like a little glass yarn ball. Yes, her work is on display. Her tension has to be perfect, says Lacey. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. It makes it all the more special that she is a knitter, right? She's not just like, you know, coming up with this. She's actually, she knows what she's doing. So let me show you these amazing glass knitted slipper socks. Lacey says, oh my gosh, I love the little yarn ball. That looks like my attempt at knitting, says Angela. Yes. Isn't that like, oh wow. She, again, mind blown. Yeah, amazing. The temperature has to be right on, no tension. Yeah, well, I think both need to be right on, Doris, which is quite incredible when you think of what she achieves. It's unbelievable. Right? Poppy, I agree. The socks are so cute. You almost want to try them on, right? Amazingly cute. Wonderful work that she does there. Glass slippers like Cinderella, right? If you go on her website, again, they're like, you guys know, you know, intellectual property and all that. There are things that I can show and things that I cannot show. But if you go on her website, she has pictures of all of her work on there, and she has pictures of actual high heels, glass high heels that she knitted. Yes. So like actual fairy tale glass slippers. Isn't that amazing? Trying to find the rationale. You know, this is really nice in merino, but you know what would be next level? Glass. Right? Who would? I don't know. I mean, you could only come up with that idea if you work in glass, like you sculpture in glass, and your other hobby is knit, and you're like, maybe I'll combine the two. What you get your best friends for Christmas when your best friend is Cinderella? Glass knit slippers, right? The comments on Yarniversity are the best comments on YouTube, I gotta tell you guys. Right? She must have started this during the yarn shortage of 2020, says Lacey. Let me show you one last one from her. This is a sculpture that she knitted. So this is not like any special item like slippers or any wearables. This is just a sculpture, but instead of just making it out of glass, she knitted it out of glass. Hi Deb, welcome in. Good to see you. Glass knit slippers, right? Yes. I absolutely love her work. I think she's amazing. I think it's incredible that she even came up with that idea, and like, salute to her. Definitely, you know, check her out. Look into her stuff. She's amazing. All right, so back to this. Right, so I think we can all agree that that is just amazing. Nothing I can do, that's for sure. I mean, I can knit. I cannot knit in glass. I can maybe knit with a glass of wine, but I can definitely not knit with glass. Yes, her control level is amazing, right? Definitely. I'm happy you guys love the artist I chose. I really did have to like put a lot of thought into who makes the list for today. I didn't want this to be like a 3 hours live. Lori says, I wish I had more time to knit and to work with glass. I know, I'll just knit with glass, right? Total like rational thought. I didn't believe it when I first saw it. That's how amazing it is, says Bev. I agree. Knit with a glass of wine, right? That's as far as I get, as far as knitting and glass. When you knit with a glass of wine, don't let it be a wearable. All right. So, if you joined us late, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't yet answered my question from last week on last week's Yarniversity to enter into last week's giveaway, don't forget to do so. We will choose the winner at the end of today's Yarniversity. And for today's giveaway, I already showed you what the prize is, and you will have to come back to the video and comment down below once it goes into replay and tell me which one of today's artists was the one that spoke to you the most and why. Catherine saying she is using lost wax technique, so that means each piece is unique. It also means that if something goes wrong with the glass pouring, the knitted piece is lost, which is amazing. I mean, it's amazing that like the persistence that she needs to have. Undergarments are required, yes. Okay, so next we are going now to Japan, to Chiharu Shiota, and once again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. Shiota was born in Osaka, Japan, and wanted to be an artist since she was 12. She studied in several art institutes and moved quite a lot before finally settling down in Berlin, Germany, where she lives and creates right now. Using woven yarn, the artist combines performance, body, and installations in a process that places at its center the human body. Her flexible artistic approach plays with the notions of temporality, movement, and dream, and demands a dual engagement from the viewer, both physical and emotional. When you see her work, and you will see it in a bit because I'm going to show you, you will understand, but a lot of her creations you actually walk into or walk by or can get inside of. So that is what it means when they say, or when I say that it combines physical and emotional engagement. So you're actually physically engaging with her work of art. She is confronting fundamental human concerns such as life, death, relationships, and she explores human existence throughout various dimensions. And her work has been exhibited all over the world, and she won numerous prizes for it, and you will very soon see why. So let me start by showing you this picture. Where is the first one? Here. All right, so hope you guys can see. Yeah. All right, so this here is the size. It looks like a room with a piano and chairs. It's because it's room, the piano and chairs. It's actually like a whole room, and those strings, those black strings connecting everything, that's yarn. Knitting while drinking, maybe that's what's missing from my attempt to knit, says Lori. Jamie says she thinks she heard about that artist. You mean the last one or the one we're talking about now? Anyway, when you view this work, or the one that we see on the screen right now, you're actually standing there. So you walk in through this tunnel of yarn and into that. Yes, stunning. How long did that take? That is a good question. I was wondering because while I was researching her, I have seen her work, so the same piece, presented in different spaces. So she would, like, this picture that we see now is one museum, and then the show or her exhibition moves to a different space, and then she has to reconstruct it there. That blew my mind. I mean, that amount of work of yarn, of, like, you know, stretching yarn from one place to the next to, like, create the specific shapes that she wants, and then taking that off and then recreating it in a different space. That it's like remaking your installation over and over and over and over again, because I don't think there's like a way in which she can pack all that string. And I have a feeling that when the exhibition is over, you just do the like this collect them all, put them away, and then reconstruct it completely somewhere else. Kelly is saying she's speechless. Jamie was talking about the Japanese artist. So her, okay. No, setting off your trypophobia. Yes. All right, let me show you another one. So like I said, you really engage with her work. So here's another one, and you can actually see the people standing inside it. That is a whole lot of yarn and a whole lot of keys hanging from it. Jamie saying, yes, that is amazing, and having to recreate it in different spaces. And Lori saying, wow, I'm going to stop grumbling about this joining granny squares with black yarn. This is all black yarn. How does she not get permanently cross-eyed? That is a good question. All the yarn, I don't know if it's all connected. I believe it is. That would be one hell of a frogging experience. Yes, right? You're never going to complain about frogging again. You don't want to be the one untangling that. Me neither. I think it's probably like one of the world's worst jobs. Right? It's beautiful. That's a 2. And let me show you another picture from a different angle of this same exhibition so that you could see. It's like really a walking into a room. It's like tunneled or like a cave out of this red yarn. I think it's amazing. I would love to see one of these like live, you know, firsthand, like be there. Lori says she's seen that one with the keys. Wow. And Jana is saying that is amazing. Doris saying this is very pretty. And Debbie saying how beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I think she's wow. And the ideas too. I mean, okay, of course there's all the, like the emotional meaning behind it, and each of those work represents some special feeling or issue that she wants to deal with. But I think that it, even if it's not exactly the feeling that she like intended to, it definitely raises some kind of feeling when you walk into that room. OMG, how amazing, says Deb. Sponsored by the International Locksmith Association. Rosemary saying, wow, that's amazing. And Mocha says, ik just waiting for the gigantic crocheted spider. That would be amazing, right? No, Lori, that was Harry Potter. Oh man, right? I thought about that too when I saw all the keys hanging. I thought about that scene from Harry Potter as well. But look at this one, the next one I want to show you. Yeah, Lacey's saying, I want to go there. I want to go there too. Look at this one. Now, this one, can you see it all? Yeah. So this is one picture out of a whole exhibition, and the whole room is filled with these beds that are like covered with this black web, and you can lay in the beds. So the whole point is that the audience that sees the exhibition can actually go in and lay down in these beds and view the work from that angle. So I so want to go there. Lacey saying no, she actually wants to live there. Jamie saying, oh, okay, like the billion spiders, like for the movie Indiana Jones. Yeah, right. Orso says that baffles her mind. And Shira says, I just got here. Wow, what are we looking at? We are looking at artists who create their art with yarn and fiber. Holy Gothic Nightmare Batman. This makes me think of nightmares. Yes, Jamie, I actually think this piece is called Sleeping Feels Like Death or something like that. Sherry is saying that one is kind of scary. Sleeping Beauty, says Jen. Now that looks like a spider is gonna pounce, says Catherine. And Ursula says it looks like Cloud9 experience, but on the scary side. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit creepy. Doris says the keys to life, different difficulties to reach, some easy lowercase, some unreachable. Yes. Yes, Doris. Did you take that out of information about the exhibition, or is that your interpretation? Rosemary says that looks weird. And Jana says that would give me nightmares if I had to sleep there. Mocha says not enough money on the planet. I appreciate the skill and expertise, but I'll be in a corner chugging some wine. Wish you could show her this. Doris, who would you like to show this to? Reminds me of Venom, says Jana. That was your own personal thought. I totally get that. I would totally get that. It's very impressive, the movement she creates. I agree. And Deb says she is speechless on that one. Well, let me show you some more. So look at that one. Wait, I need to make it a little smaller so that you'll get it all. Look at that. It actually feels like there is movement in what we're seeing here. Even though it stands still, you can it feels like someone pressed pause on some scene, right? Maribel says she loves it. Imagine cleaning that, says Chira. Yeah, we were talking about that, like a frogging nightmare. Lacey says it is really, really cool though. Funny how different colors affect the feeling you get from different pieces. I agree, Lacey. Oh, you wish you could show it to Kayla. Okay, I get it. It's amazing how color changes the mood. If it were white or a warm color, it would give a different effect. I agree, Jamie. Lori says it reminds her of trees in the winter and actually find that bed inviting. Yeah, I would really, I mean, as creepy as I think the creation itself is a little creepy with the beds, but I would definitely want to like try the experience of laying down in them and see what it feels like. And Shira saying this one looks like a tornado, and Catherine saying, wow, bills, says Jane. Feels like a book of life. See? It's like each of us has a different interpretation. I think it's amazing what art brings out of you. It looks like an action photograph, says Ursula. Happy Mail in a Tornado, says Rosemary. Yes, those are books, Jamie. Those are books. Painters, sketchers express their feelings once, but she gets to express her feelings every time she displays. Yeah, right. Nope, pass, says Kim. Pass on laying in the bed. Lori says, this was how I felt on those all-nighters before final exams in college. See, we all have a different association with this, which I think just shows how amazing her work is. Charlotte Webb Storytime, says Mayor. Let me show you the last picture from her that I have, which I thought was amazing. So this is a piano on the bottom, and those are note pages all around. I think it would be better for Kayla if it was red and black, says Jen. You mean the one with the bed? I'm not sure anymore which one we're talking about. Am I moving too fast? Am I switching the pictures too fast? If it's too fast, then tell me and I will like let them, you know, hang longer for you to appreciate them. Jamie says she's blind, so things are sometimes interpreted differently. Oh, you mean about the books? Yeah, the previous one was books. And this one is a piano. So on the bottom, there's a piano. And then it's covered with strings. And then the strings are holding all these pages of music notes. You wish you could zoom in. Well, I can zoom in for you guys. I just wanted you guys to see how it looks as a whole, and then I can zoom in a second. Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon to you. All right, let me then give you guys a better view of it. Is this better? I can't make it, sadly, I can't make it, yeah, here. All right. Tell me if you see the piano better now. Music of life, of music changes. This I like, says Jamie. It's like the expression of musical creativity. Jenny's saying, you're moving just fine. I just had to step away from, and now I'm back. All right. Could be seeing inside Beethoven's mind, says Kelly. Jen says the pictures are amazing. I didn't even see the piano. I'm glad you said that, says Debbie. Rosemary says, now that catches my eye and it's quite beautiful. That's much better. All right. Okay. Sorry, because like I'm just the way the program that I'm using is, I can't always get the whole picture on the screen. And I have to make it smaller. Mozart's fastest concerto. Notes are flying. What is this artist's name? Her name, as I have said before, is Chiharu Shiota, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Music fills the air, says Jana. And Eileen says she loves that one. This reminds me of a cathedral near the bottom and a tree near the top, says Lori. That is very interesting. That's actually how I imagine music would look like if it was visible, says Catherine. All right, well, I'm glad that you all liked that one. Right, so that was Shiota from Japan, who lives in Berlin. And before we move to the next one, I need to find her pictures real quick. So 1 second. Okay. All right. Lacey says, feels like a different dimension, like movie that is phasing into a different magical dimension, like this is normal. Like some kind of like portal. It really pops in the ornate background. The space lends to the impression of the... Oh, the space lends to the impression of the piece. If it was in a different space, it would have a different feel. Yeah, Jamie, we were talking before that her installations are not site specific, so she actually, moves them from one exhibition to the next, which is what we're talking about, like a tangling mess or the frogging nightmare. but they do move from one place to another, and they look different in every space, which I think is another, you know, aspect amazing of her work. I wonder how long it takes to make one piece of art like this. Probably very long. Music floating in the air, says Anvita. Yeah, I think each of us, you know, the fact that each of us has such you know, different reaction to it is exactly what's beautiful about it. So the next artist I wanted to talk about, and I hope you guys noticed, I have like a very international selection of artists today. I try to get ones from all over the globe. So the next one is Xenia Zimenko, and she is a Russian embroidery artist, and she draws her inspiration from nature. She captured the beauty of mountains, waterfalls, trees, and sunsets with bead embroidery design that shimmer when the light hits them. Now, before I continue talking about them, I will show you what I mean. So, now I need to fix it because I moved it before. There it is. That's what we're talking about. That is what she makes. Now, can you see in the picture? I know I made it, I can make it a little smaller. She is holding it in her hand, so you can see the size of it. It's the size of her palm. Yeah. All right. The talented textile artist puts a lot of detail in her work and can sometimes spend several weeks working on one specific piece. That might not sound like a lot of time for one artwork, but as I've just said, considering that the creations are usually no bigger than the palm of her hand, that is indeed quite a long while. Her art plays with texture and a volumetric structure in a way not often seen or expected when you think about embroidery. Zimenko also chooses to add her iridescent 3D embellishments where they will make the most impact. So it's not that her entire work is made with them, but just specific parts of her embroidery. And she is looking for the ones that make the most impact when you look at them, making her landscape shine or reflect in the exact same way it would if it was in nature, and in a sense brings certain elements in the design to life. Her beautiful beaded embroidery is not currently exhibited anywhere, but she does sell it mainly on her Etsy shop, which I thought was really cute. She is like a renowned artist and she sells on Etsy. Isn't that funny? Now, granted, I went to her Etsy shop. I had to go look at it. And she sells like one of these tiny things that are like the size of your hand. They sell for over $100. So, you know, just to get like a scale. But she is definitely a very, very talented lady. And yeah, so Jamie saying, wow, the detail, oh my god, so delicate, so pretty, lovely. They are stunning. My mother-in-law used to make items like this, says Poppy. You guys saying beautiful, oh wow, stunning, impressive. The cherry blossom are incredible, right? She really captured it. Incredible details. Are those beads? Yeah, the light. So this, like this sun and the blue light around it are all beads. Beautiful. I wonder if she has to use a magnifying glass. That is a good question. I wonder how she actually does her work. Lacey says, oh, that's really pretty. The use of the different time of the same color brings so much use of the different times of the same color. Different, oh, you mean different tones, I guess. Different tones of the same color bring so many dimensions. Yeah, affordable, right? So yeah, I think, I mean, the amount of persistence that has to be put into that kind of thing is incredible considering how big it is, you know, how small it is actually. Let me show you another one. Lacey says, this is deceptively good. It makes me think. I wonder if I could make that. I mean, the answer is no, I cannot. But it looks approachable. Yeah, Lacey, I understand what you're saying. Jana saying, I know a lady that did embroidery painting, but not in that small scale. I think the fact that it's so small is what makes it so impressive. Catherine is saying, considering the time and skill, $100 is cheap. No, I mean, they go over $100. They started like, I think they started like 120, depending on, you know, how much detail and so on. But yeah, I think it's amazing. Yeah. I wonder what, I mean, but would you like hang it on the wall? How would you present something like this? Debbie saying, such detail and talent. Francie is getting the perspective right. Hard is hard to do. Yes, it is. But I think, for example, the one we're looking at right now, actually, if you don't look at it twice, it might look like a painting and not like a embroidery. Like the amount of detail in her embroidery is amazing. Is considering the fact that it's such a small scale. Like really, it hurts my eyes just to think about the work that she does. You've seen advertising for embroidery painting classes. That's interesting. I did not know that that's like a trend. But yeah, I think her work is incredible. And let me show you one more. This one I especially liked because she really captured those northern lights there. Ursula is saying she would not hang that in the bathroom. It would get a special place to display. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Dory says, I would very much like to learn how to crochet using beads. I wish I could find a good tutorial teaching that skill. Doris, if you mean like for jewelry, I do believe Catherine has some, but if you mean like in general, putting beads into your crochet work, I'm pretty sure there are quite a few. Doris is saying it looks like it's 3D, and Debbie is saying it's so nice to hear everyone appreciate others' talents. Hi Sonia, welcome in, good to see you, don't worry. That's fine. Also saying that Northern Light is her favorite. I have 2 embroidery painting here. No beads, but 3D. My mom and I made them over 20 years ago. Oh, wow, Catherine. I want to see those. Maybe you can put pictures on the group later. So it's 3D embroidery paintings, but without beads. I think it's really interesting what I was saying, that she chooses where to use the beads in her work. So it's not all with beads. It's embroidery and beads, but she chooses the placing of the beads so that it will bring the most impact in the whole of the work. So I thought it was really interesting. All right, so that was Xenia Zimenko. And I hope that you liked her beaded embroidery paintings. Once again, you can definitely, search for those artists, follow them. Like she actually, like I said, has her own Etsy shop. So if you're interested in just, looking what her work sells for, you can check it out there. Applying beads to my crochet shawls. Doris, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of tutorials for that. And in a very short sense, what you do is you thread the beads on your yarn before you crochet with it, and then you just crochet normally, pulling up the bead whenever you need it to appear in the work. But that's very, very basic explanation. But there are very good tutorials for it online. Lacey says my favorite was the cabin, the one before this one. Want to retire there. Looks like the wilderness of Alaska. It is my husband and my dream. I'll come visit you there, Lacey. All right, so the next artist I want to talk about, her name is Sui Park, and she is based in New York and born in Seoul, Korea. And I like that her name is Sui Park, and a lot of times as an art name, she goes by S Park or Spark, which I thought was really cool. So she studied interior architecture and environmental design and also has several degrees in fiber arts. And although she uses different techniques of weaving in her art, the materials themselves are not really the kind we are used to seeing in fiber arts world. Her organic sculptures, inspired directly from nature, are made from weaving monofilament and cable ties together. Yes, cable ties. The use of inexpensive manufactured materials plays on the idea that while humans are capable of creating objects that mimic nature, unlike organisms, those physical entities remain static and frozen in their potential evolution. So they don't grow as nature does. She describes her work as three-dimensional organic forms and biomorphic shapes. Her creations are often a collection or a repetition of a certain object placed in clusters on gallery floors, walls, in nature, among plants, or just traveling through space, hanging in the air. And they are made to mimic certain elements we all know and recognize, like the nighttime seas, moss, amorphous creatures. But there is a mesmerizing dissonance between what they resemble and the materials they are made of, which I think is just incredible. And when you see what I'm talking about, you will understand. I'm going to show you the picture, and you just try to remember that these are not actually alive. They are made out of cable ties, zip ties, what we like to call. Yes, that swarm is made of woven zip ties. Lacey saying sounds great. Reggie will go and watch the whales and crochet socks and sweaters. Park is a very common Korean last name, says Jana. Yeah, Park and Lee kind of defends the purpose of the last time. I'm sure it is the sound of the Korean language characters. Yeah, I don't know, but I really found it cool that her name is S Park, Spark. So what do you think when you see this? Let me move myself real quick to the other side so you can... Wait, not the picture. The picture stays in the middle. I'm going to move myself over here so that you can get a full sense of these entities swarming. Oh. I see that in the room. I would want to run away, says Ursula. And Jana says, nope, those can stay at the museum. And Sonia says she likes it very much. I like it too. Reggie, you have shown me art I've never seen or heard about. Thanks, says Debbie. I'm glad I could do that. Okay, turning quiet but listening, making risotto. Oh, enjoy, Catherine. Tadpoles in the river when I go camping, says Jamie. And Lacey says that's incredible. And Life is a Gem says they look like tadpoles to me. A school of ghost fish. Ghost fish. Wings, fish, tadpoles. Can you zoom in? Yes, I can. Just wanted you to get the whole feel of the movement in this picture. But here they are a little closer so that you can appreciate. They are woven out of, you know, zip ties, as I've said. I'll be in the car, says Mocha. Danny saying the things coming after the bad guys in the movie Ghost. And Lacey says, I love them. I want them to be my little alien fish pets. I'm sure, I'm happy that I could broaden your horizon. Reminds me of installations of Maurizio Catalan, says Sonia. Is he the one that that does woven lamps from PET bottles, PET bottles? I thought feathers, but then fish, says Debbie. What does that artist call this one? So this is Sui Park, S Park. Let me show you another one. So a different one. So here's that one. What do you think of that? Ursa says, I wonder if she bought all those zip ties at the same Home Depot. And Doris says the other one, the one before, looked like sperm. Yes, that is also an association I had at some point when I looked at it. Sorry, my backup chat died again. All right, fixed it. Hi, Chantal. You love fiber art, and this one is totally your alley. Lovely colors, says Debbie. No, what is the name of that piece that looks like fish? Oh, that piece. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can write that in the group later because I do have the names of all the pieces. I didn't save the pictures with the names of the pieces. I saved them with the names of the artists so that I can show them when I talk about the artist, but I do have the names in the original file, so I can check that out later for you, Lori. No, he makes realism sculptures like the Pope being struck by a meteor. Oh, okay. Or the skeleton of the Bremer Stadtmusikanten and calls it Love Doesn't Last Forever. Oh, okay. All right. I will look him up. That sounds really cool. Is this colorful one also? Yeah, they are all woven zip ties. Yes. I cannot see a single zip tie. I bet children would love her work, says Lacey. Mocha thinks it's cool. Awesome shrews. This is much more pretty. Maybe the color is changing the mood. Looks like something from a remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, says Poppy. Much better. Love the colors. But if you're looking for cable ties, they are in New York. Oh, they are in New York. This room, I'm sorry, my chat it keeps freezing, and my backup chat is freezing as well. I'm not sure what's happening. But Jamie says this reminds me of the sea, like coral and sea anemones. Lacey saying it doesn't make the beautiful world so much more beautiful and interesting. Doesn't art make the beautiful words of... Yes, it does. It's fantastic, so bio, full of colors, says Chantal. And Doris is saying, it has been raining non-stop in Pennsylvania, so we have very unusual mushroom growing all over the place, and some look like this. Maybe it's a fairy village. That is an interesting take. Either cactus or coral, says Lori, expecting Nemo and Dory or SpongeBob and Patrick. This looks like it would be awesome. Tactile art, pondering about art for the blind, for example. Oh, yes, like come and touch it. It's beautiful. This girl is buying all the zip ties and she's in New York. I have to go. We'll catch up with what I have missed. Thanks, Reggie. This is so much fun to watch. I'm glad you were here, Francie. Thank you for joining us. And Mary saying, looks like a good humor ice pop truck. Good humor ice pop truck exploded and came to life. Yes. So if people in New York were looking for zip ties, we know where they are. There's the last one I wanted to show you guys. This actually looks like some bean that is like alive. This actually, like when I saw this, I thought it looks like, you know, like it grew there, right? The way they are placed, they look like something that you should avoid touching or eating. Vanessa says that is really pretty. I think what was the most interesting to me in this specific picture is that even though it's made out of the same materials of like the last two, this one looks so round and how do you say, very harmonic and not like you wouldn't think it's zip ties. Ooh, we have a new member. Cheers to Deborah, everyone. Cheers, Deborah. Thanks for joining the membership program and welcome. Cheers to you. Eggs, they look like eggs, mushrooms. Yes, welcome, welcome, Deborah. Everyone saw it before I did. I think I told you guys, I think my chat is getting stuck. Like it's stop and go. So you guys are all seeing it before me. But welcome! Yay! New member! Whoop whoop! Yes, it is also zip ties. And it looks really silky, right? It's amazing. It's woven plastic. Gigantic alien caviar, says Chantal. Oh my god, I love that. Alien caviar. Yes. Orsa says it reminds her of jellyfish. Yeah, cheers, Deborah. This looks like something from the movie Avatar. Right? Yes, like it's from another planet. Alien caviar. Oh my god, I love that. Totally. No comment on that one, says Larsa Jam. Oh. It's okay, Deborah. You have a lot of time to catch up. There's a whole Yarniversity playlist, you know, in your free time. You can watch it whenever you want. All right, so I hope you guys appreciated those woven zip ties. Right, we only have one more artist left on the list. So before we go talking about the last one, I want to remind you guys a little bit of the things that I said in the beginning. So first of all, if you came in late, please don't forget to like this video. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want to be like Deborah and join the membership program, press that little join button below and join us. Members only live for August is the 21st of August, and if you want to know what time and you are a member, and you have to go to the community tab on the channel and check out the post with the link to the live, and then if you press that link you will see what time it is in your time zone. Another thing I said at the beginning of the live is that the new cardigan pattern, the Stars Hollow Cardi, has been released this week. It is already on the Etsy shop, and if you intend to buy it, don't forget to use your very special discount. The discount code is in the description box below, along with the link to the Etsy shop, and you can use it whenever you buy from the Etsy shop. It's good for all the things on the shop all the time, all year round, and you can use it as many times you want. So there's no limit to that discount. It's only for viewers of my channel. One more thing I said is that if you were here last week and you forgot to come back and comment on last week's video in order to get into the giveaway with the answers to the question that I asked, don't forget to do that. And this is the last reminder, because after I'll talk about the last artist, I will pull the winner from last week's giveaway. And for next week's giveaway, we have these two little skeins of Hobby Family Happy Socks. They are sock yarns, and they will be enough to make 2 socks or a pair of socks. And along with them, you will get to choose one crochet sock pattern from my Etsy shop that you will get for free along with the yarn. And you will get these 2 handmade stitch markers by Crafty Cat Knitty Bits. So this is the prize for today's Yarniversity, which will be pulled next week on Yarniversity. And if you want to enter that giveaway, you have to come back to this video when the live is over. So once we get off, you come back to this video and you leave a comment down below and you let me know which one of today's artists that we talk about was your favorite, or the one that spoke to you the most, and why. That is the question that you'll have to ask, and you will have to answer. And next week on Yarniversity, we will choose the winner for that. Jamie says, I'm surprised you haven't checked out any felting artists. Jamie, we had one artist at the beginning that does all kinds of fiber art, and she does do a lot of felting, but like I said, there are more artists to feature than I can actually feature in one Yarniversity. So, you know, there will be more of these. I don't do them one after the other. We did the crochet art a few months ago. I thought we will do one now featuring different fiber art medias, and we'll probably do one more in a few months, but I cannot, you know, talk about them all at once. So I have to kind of like choose from all over the place. Hi Proverbs, welcome in. Isn't felting too broad a field to include here? I think, well, it falls under fiber arts, so I can do a felting artist, but I will not, you know, specifically, like I said, I would probably at some point in one of these choose one, but once again, like, I cannot feature all of them. So I choose the ones that I think are the most interesting ones to me, and ones that have something different that's interesting to talk about. So last artist I want to talk about today, once again, a lot like our knitted glass artist, he went kind of viral on social media last year. So some of you may have seen or heard of him or read different articles about him. He became like really hot on scene, and then was commissioned to do some specific, like, location specific work in different places. So if you live in a very big city in the US, it could be that you've actually walked through one of his installations in the past few years. And he is Eric Rieger. Eric Rieger, also known as Hot Tea, is a street artist from Minnesota. After going to jail for his graffiti art, he went to school to become a graphic designer. And now, in attempt to still create street art, but the kind which can be easily removed, so he wouldn't go to jail again, he uses brightly colored yarn to design words and images on fences, walls, and poles around his city. The latest development in his style happened when he started to focus on hanging yarn from canopies over walkways on freeways. His work started to be discussed online, like I just said, and gained him interest from around the world. He continued installing pieces throughout the Twin Cities and eventually started to install pieces of his work in local businesses, which later on led to him being commissioned to create installations for art institutes, galleries, and museums. Even though Hot Tea is now exhibiting his work indoors, he is still creating public art out on the street, and in 2013 was named Best Street Artist in Minnesota. So this I thought was interesting because this is someone who was a street artist, graffiti artist, and he sort of like transformed into creating graffiti, but with yarn. So the first picture, once again, let me find the first picture I wanted to show you is of, there it is. The first picture is his not logo, but like his name, his signature. So if you look at what you see here, at the picture, let me just, all right, I can point to you. So this actually spells out Hot Tea. So HOTTEA. And this yarn graffiti actually was his first creation that won him that nickname that sort of stuck with him, and he's been known as Hot Tea since then. I really enjoyed the fact that I'm out of something negative. He turned it into something positive, and that's what makes this world great. We all make mistakes, but is what we learn from it. Exactly. Create and take a mistake and turn it into a positive thing. I totally agree. Yes. So this is his yarn graffiti work on a fence. And now I will show you what he developed into. So here, you can see what I was telling you when he started hanging yarn over walkways on freeways. So you see, he just hung strings of yarn above the freeway to create this rainbow effect as street graffiti. Lacey says, when you want to be a rebel, but the craft store is out of spray paint. Just joking, I think it's really cool. Hot tea. I heard hottie. Hottie. No, hot tea. And I'm expecting this hot guy. No, it's hot tea. Hot tea. But yeah, Lacey, that's kind of funny. When you want to be a rebel, but the craft store is out of spray paint. Lacey says, yeah, I really want to touch that art piece too. Isn't that just beautiful? And Lori says, I have heard of him what seems like a couple years ago or more. Midwest legend. Yeah. Like I said, he gained a lot of fame a few years ago and was very, just like the other artist I mentioned, he was it was mentioned in a lot of blogs and different articles when he suddenly emerged, So I really like that one. It's like rainbow, I don't know, ceiling to a walkway, which is kind of cool. And this interesting and creative, says Jana, and Debbie says, how cool. I bet past buyers don't realize it's yarn. No, they probably don't. Am I the only one getting Miami Vice vibes? Totally. Yes, you guys, I'm the reason there are always signs posted that say, do not touch. Well, here's one that I thought was very interesting. So this one is actually like somewhere out in the park. And this is like a ton of yarn hung from strings. It looks like it's floating in the air. It's definitely moving with the wind. It has so much movement and so much volume. I thought it was amazing. Like, if you walk in a park and that's hung somewhere and it's like whooshing over you, it looks like this, like it's an organic being. I love it. Doris saying, dang spectacular. Yes, it is, I think. I love that specific one. I would love to see that in action, like on a day when the wind actually blows through it. Lacey, you are the bane of everyone working in a museum. And Lacey saying he has evolved so much. You're right. I agree. You can really see like that he started one thing, then it became art, or like real museum level art, from just like bringing street art into high sophisticated level. Looks like Hawaiian hut. Also saying this is really beautiful. Sonia is saying she nearly got kicked out of the National Portrait Gallery. Really? What did you do? It looks like an optical illusion. I totally agree. A religious feeling. Candy floss, says Envita. I wonder if it's natural fiber. I don't know. That is a good question. But let me show it. So, like I said, he has, evolved. And with time, he started doing commission work for museums and galleries. And one of them is this spectacular thing. Look at that. Ah! Yarn hanging from the ceiling. Yeah. Spiritually, I guess, was, how does it not tangle in the wind? That is a good question, Catherine. Lacey saying, Sonia, we are touchers. What can we say? Maybe the art shouldn't be so cool. Right? Interactive museums is the way to go. Looks like a hot air balloon, says Doris, and Debbie says that's gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous too. It kind of looked like a pyramid of a spectrum of light or something. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Why are hanging strands of yarn so cool? That is a good question, Lacey, but they are, right? I wonder if they light this outdoor pieces at night and how it looks. Oh, wow. That would be really interesting to see, Lori. I agree. Chris is saying that is so cool, and I agree with that too. And Ursula loves it. And Deborah says, the mind is a wonderful and beautiful thing. So much talent you have showed it today. Thank you. I am glad that I could share this with you and that you all liked it. If I had a mansion, I would hang that in there, says Laura. Sonia is saying, long story, but there's this thing that artists in the early centuries always painted boobs horizontally instead of vertically. We were discussing the lopsided boobs too loud though. It's a good way to get kicked out of a museum though. Huge yarn chandelier, exactly. Reggie, I agree. The problem is that to me and Sonia, they are all interactive museums. Oh, well, they should be, but they should be. They should be all interactive museums. All right, well, I hope that you all liked and enjoyed today's Yarniversity. And I hope that, you know, you got to know some new artists and that you like their work and that you look into them. And like I said, today's topic is all on the blog. So if you want to like go and research one of them, all of their names are written there and the link to the blog is already in the description box. And if you ever happen to like come across the blog, if you watch one of these Yarniversity and you do end up, you know, clicking on the link and going to the blog, I would really love it if you like leave me comments there as well. You know, it helps me a little bit. I know I ask you always to comment on Yarniversity, but if you just happen across the blog, it helps me too. Hi Nancy. Lo, my ex almost got Catherine saying her ex almost got kicked of the British Museum for being an obnoxious ass, sticking his hand through an Egyptian piece, not touching it. I wonder if humidity would take that yarn curly. That is that is a good question, if it would make it curly. It all depends on what fiber it is. Deborah says, thanks for today. I have to go now. Okay. See you later, Deborah. I hope your husband is okay. I don't know what the story there is, but see you later. Sonia says she does interactive tours at museums. Go figure. Right, I'm glad you guys all found it fun, enlightening. I'm glad you've all been here. Thank you for joining. Glad that you thought it was interesting and had a good time. I always have a good time with you guys. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And I am already hopping over to the YouTube random comment picker to pick the winner from last week. I already put in the link and I already said to duplicate filter duplicate users, and I'm going to get the number of comments, and we have 31 comments on last week's Yarniversity. So I'm going to start and choose the winner. Now remember, if you are the winner, you have to contact me through email. Email me to claim your prize. You will have 1 week to do it until next Yarniversity. If you didn't contact me within the week, then your winning is void and I will have to choose another winner. And if you win, when you contact me, you send me your full address where you would like the prize to be shipped. And don't forget to state what country you are from, okay? And once I ship it out, don't forget that I live in Germany. It's most likely international mail because I don't have that many German subscribers. So most likely you're from outside of Germany and this is traveling internationally. And so please, you know, excuse whatever postal delays are currently happening in the world. Also, I have asked a specific question last week on Yarniversity. I told you guys to write me in the comments ideas for more things that you can crochet for men, but I asked specifically for ideas that we did not talk about during last week's Yarniversity. So if your answer did not answer that question, if whatever you commented did not answer that, I will have to choose a different winner. Okay, so let's start and see who won last week's Yarniversity. And we have Andy Warhol's wig saying, make it a damn it. Something small and soft to throw and yell, damn it. Well, that is a good idea. Andy Warhol's wig, you are the winner. Please contact me, email me to my email. It's in the description down below to claim your prize. And you have 1 week to do so. So I don't believe you were with us today unless you were lurking, but if you're watching this on replay, you're the winner. And if you guys here in the chat come across them on other live chats on YouTube, then, you know, feel free to let them know that they won, or that they might want to watch this video to see, because there's something interesting there for them. And that's it. So congratulations and cheers to the winner. Thank you, Reggie. Such interesting and thought-provoking. I'm inspired. I'm very happy to hear that. This has been a fantastic live stream as usual, says Orsa. Thank you. I'm so glad you all thought it was a fun class. I had a wonderful time with all of you guys. As always, I'm going to leave the chat running for a few minutes so that everyone can say goodbye to everyone. I will see you next week on Yarniversity, and of course there will be some new videos coming out on the channel this week, so be sure to check them out. And yeah, have a wonderful week. And you know, it's only 8:30 my time, so there's still like half an hour before D goes live. But you know, check out Granny D in half an hour. Say hi, tell her I sent you. I will most likely not be there because I'm going to have dinner right now and then probably go to bed because it is 8:30 here. My kids are in bed, and as normally happens on Sunday nights, I just go to sleep. So thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.